Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be here, and I want to first thank Mr. Steinbrenner and the Steinbrenner family, Brian, Aaron, and Matt for being here, and the entire Yankee organization for welcoming me in. Might be up here alone, but obviously with my family and friends, I have so many people to thank, for supporting me up to this point, and just everyone from teammates, coaches, all of my friends back home, and the ones that I've made along the way. My agent and agency in CAA, who's been with me my whole entire career, and I mention them, but can't thank them enough. Of my family, just I wouldn't be here without you. Your love and support, from the highs of highs and the lowest of lows, little league to the big leagues. You guys were always there, and I love you guys a ton. So thank you so much. Being a baseball fan, you know what it means, or you just know the standard that the Yankees hold, and putting on the pinstripes is a certain responsibility and expectation that comes with that, and I'm extremely excited to take that on. And last week when I was here and on the Zoom call, I was walking through the clubhouse, and there's three words that were there were three words that were put on, up on the wall, and it's prepare, compete, and win. And I thought a lot about that. And to me, as a competitor, and just to me as a core, as a player, it really resonated with me. Because at the end of the day, before I take the ball, I'm going to prepare as best as I possibly can. When I get out there, I'm going to leave everything out there and compete to the best of my abilities. And at the end of the day, the one thing that we're out here to do is to win. And for me, I couldn't be more excited to be here, a part of the Yankees, and be a part of this organization. And genuinely can't wait to get down to Tampa and get started. So thank you.
Thanks, Max. We have wireless mics on both ends of the room. Who has the first question? Go right here to the front.
Hey, Max. Chris Kirshner with The Athletic. Ultimately, why did you choose the Yankees?
As I kind of stated, it's winning's a big priority for me, and at the end of the day, every single year the Yankees come to spring training, the number one goal is to win a World Series. It's not to get to the playoffs. It's not to do anything besides hold up the trophy at the end of the year. And knowing that I was going to make a potentially a long commitment, I wanted to be able to be in a place that I knew I was going to be able to win year in, year out. And I love playoff baseball, and I love to be able to have meaningful baseball at the end of the year. And the Yankees are an organization that are going to do that year in, year out.
Go to Peter, all the way to the left.
Hi, Max. Peter Splendorio, New York Daily News. At what point in your free agency process did the Yankees become, in the mix, and what stood out to you about that initial Zoom call?
Yeah. Wow. I would say that the last however many weeks have kind of been a whirlwind, but I think initially I'd heard that the Yankees had interest, and I would say that I was fairly surprised at the beginning, but when the Yankees say that they're interested in you, you perk up and you listen. There's a standard, and it's an extremely storied franchise. So I was excited to hop on a call and be able to talk with the group up here, and I just felt like a lot of our values of what we value, and at the end goal was very similar, and it was very just down to earth, easy to talk to, and I felt really comfortable. So when going through the process and when it came down to it, it just felt right.
Over to the right. Bruce, do you have the microphone? Yep.
Max, welcome. Bruce Beck, NBC4 New York. What will it be like being in a rotation with Gerrit Cole?
I mean, he's one of the best pitchers of the generation. He's had a lot of success. He's in Cy Young runnings year in, year out, and he's an established superstar in this game. So for me to be able to be in a rotation and be able to pick his brain a little bit, I feel like there's only going to be benefits. So I'm excited to be able to sit and watch every single one of his starts.
Back to the left, Ron.
Hey, Max Rumblum from AP. Throughout your career, you've had a lot of these soft tissue injuries, blisters and hamstring pulls. What have you done differently the last few years to try to keep healthy?
A lot of trial and error. I think being down in the South in Atlanta with the humid summers probably didn't help as far as just blisters and things to that extent. But the medical staff down there was fantastic in being able to help me figure out a routine that kind of works and be able to kind of mitigate all that. But at the end of the day, it's about trying to be as proactive as possible and not allowing something that's as minor as that being able to affect me going forward, and not planning on missing starts. So
We'll take a couple more. Laura on the left.
Hi, Laura Albanese from Newsday. A lot has been said about just playing in New York City. What do you think about that challenge, and is there any part of that you look forward to?
I think personally, it's the same game whether you're playing in any kind of whatever city you're in. It's still 60 feet 6 inches, and you're going up against another guy. There's just very passionate fans, and I can control what I can control, and that's to go out there and leave everything out on the field and compete as best as I can every single time. And at the end of the day, it's about getting the Yankees a win. And if I can go out there, put us in the best position to win, then I'm doing my job.
Take two more. Brian, right in front.
Hey, Max. Brian Hoke with MLB.com. You said that there's a certain responsibility in putting on the Yankee uniform. What are you feeling as you sit there right now wearing it for the first time?
A sense of pride. A lot of people have worn these pinstripes, and there's a certain feel, and I'm excited about being able to put the pinstripes on in Yankee Stadium for the Yankees, and it's it's one of the most storied winning franchises in sports, and I want to be able to kind of do my part in adding to that.
Take a last one, Peter, all the way to the left.
Hey, Max. Peter Schwartz from WFAN. What are your thoughts on pitching in this ballpark? I think you've had one start here. Your thoughts on pitching here in the Bronx?
Extremely excited. There's no bigger stage than pitching in New York, and I've been here for a couple series. I got to throw my first time last year. I'm still looking to feel what that feels like to be able to throw under the lights, because I got a Sunday day game. So I'm really excited. But there's a different feel when you step into the stadium and you feel the energy and the buzz, and I can't wait to kind of feed off of that.